Hey tribe, it's me, Kiki T, and I am back for another video with you ladies. Today, I wanted to talk to you all about being a high value woman in today's society in 2022. I know that today it could be pretty intimidating to be a woman of value and to hold true to your value just because so much attention goes to the promiscuous woman and the fast-paced moving woman. And so I decided to create this video to encourage you all that you shouldn't dim your light, and you should hold true to your value. So I have my notes on this side. Charlie's in the background per usual. She's not asleep right now, so if you hear her, I do apologize in advance. And then before we get into the content of this video, I wanted to share with you all that I'm sitting in like my studio area. I haven't started putting it together. I'm getting ready to start putting it together really soon. And so if you hear like the echoing, that's kind of like this is my new recording area. This is my studio area. So that's why you hear the echoing. So as usual, I'm going to give you ladies a few tips on how to be a high value woman in today's society. And so the first thing is going to be to have standards and to hold them high. Okay. Don't lower your standards because you want the attention. Keep your standards high. Like I said, starting this video out, it can be intimidating to be a high value woman because you don't get as much attention as someone else would. But if you're really trying to be of higher value, if you're trying to distinguish yourself, if you're trying to set yourself apart, then it's important that you hold your standards high. You can't be high value if you have low standards, okay? So that's my first tip to you. And the second tip kind of intertwines into the first tip, and it's to be okay with the fact that not everybody can afford your value. Like, not everybody is going to be able to afford it. And that's where you have to be okay with not getting all of the attention that you may be used to getting. If you're like making a transition into being a high value woman, then like it can be different. It could be a switch for you. And so you're going to have to really be okay with not getting that same attention. Or if you've already been kind of the person that holds your standards high, then I want to encourage you all that even though you're not getting the same attention as somebody else would that has lower standards, like when you're being a high value woman, like it's okay that not everybody can afford what you're putting out. Like it's okay that everybody can afford your value. And so that's my second tip. Be okay with not everybody being okay with your standards. Like, not everybody can afford you, and that's okay. And I wrote that you're not for everyone, and everyone's not for you, and that's okay. Like, you have to really be at peace with yourself, like, about it. You have to be able, you have to, like, how do I say this in one sentence? You have to accept your value before you can expect other people to, if that makes sense. So the third tip, I look kind of tired. I'm sorry. I did work today, so that is why I look tired. But man, I just look at myself and I'm like, yikes. But the third tip is to not lower your standards for anyone. I know it can be tempting to want to lower your standards because you can go like a while without getting the attention that you're craving or getting the attention that you desire. But don't let that deficit make you lower your standards to where you're allowing people to come in and treat you any kind of way. You're allowing people that can't really afford you to come in to your life. Like, having the wrong people in your life is, it's it's not as healthy, or it's not as, that's not, I'm not trying to say healthy, it's not as beneficial for you to allow people that are not upholding your standards, that are not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. It's not beneficial. It's not more beneficial than being alone. So so if you're not if you're not continuing to hold your standards high, and if you're not staying true to your standards, then people aren't going to take you seriously, for one. Like, if you're not being consistent in the standards that you're holding yourself to, why would other people hold you to that standard? Like, that isn't, like, it's, people are going to respect you. People are going to respect you because you show them how you respect yourself. And two, you don't want to get into the habit of discounting yourself. Like, you don't want to get into the habit of letting people off with a pass every time, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you dealing with you. Like, you're going to start discounting yourself to yourself. Like, when you lower your standard for somebody, you get used to having low standards, and that's not what we want as high value women. Like, as high value women, we hold our standards high, and if you can't afford us, then that's okay. Does Chanel discount her bag because you can't afford it? No. Like, Chanel waits for the person that can afford it. And if you can't afford it, then you better figure out how to afford it, or you don't get the bag at the end of the day. So that's basically what I have for you ladies today. That's what my viewpoints on being a high value woman is. If you have any other, if you have any other points on being a high value woman, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I love to communicate with you guys. I love to reply to you guys. If it makes sense, if you come in my comment section with some nonsense, I'm not going to respond. I'm just not. I'm just going to ignore it because it's not worth my energy. But I don't know what she's over there watching. That's pretty much all I have for you ladies. I don't really have any updates right now. But I hope this was helpful, and I hope it was encouraging. And I hope you're holding yourself to a high standard, and you're making other people around, like the people around you, hold you to that same standard. So I will see you ladies in the next one. Bye.